All right, let's get down to brass tacks here. Does that saying make any sense, really? I don't know why people say that, but they do. Why is Facebook so awesome? What can it actually do for us? And by all means, why in the world would this social network be able to beat out Google? Well, let's check it out. First off, 500 million users and growing every single day. When I say 500 million, I'm talking about what Facebook considers active users, people that log in basically on a daily basis. Okay, in my network of friends on my Facebook account, I can tell you that by and large, most of them use Facebook on a regular basis. Now, not all of them do. Maybe, just guessing here, I would say maybe half of them use it on a regular basis, the other half just on occasion. We're talking about 500 million users that log in every day, okay, and use Facebook. So the number of actual users, who knows what that might be. It could be anywhere between 750 million to a billion. But a lot of users using Facebook on a regular basis. And by the way, I have no clue how many total users they have signed up, just guessing on my own, based on my own experience. I don't even know if they post actual users. Whenever I see them posting user stats, it's always active users that they consider people, using it regularly. Facebook is a different model than Google. Facebook is all about users. It's not about advertisers. They are wanting, basically because of the nature of what Facebook is, it has to be something where people feel comfortable using it. It has to be something where, in other words, ads are not obtrusive or obstructing. People go to Facebook to use Facebook. Right? They don't, like with Google, they go there to maybe do a search to find something, and maybe they're looking to buy something and they want ads to come up that are relevant to that, obviously. With Facebook, though, they have to be a little more careful because people they're going to Facebook to use the site, to interact with their friends and colleagues. So it's okay to have ads show up. They're not looking for ads, though. They're not looking for products, but having the ads show up, if they're relevant, if they're pertinent to that individual, that's fine, and people don't usually have a problem with that. Now, because of those differences, there is a new book of rules here. You have got to learn the rules because you absolutely have to play by those rules. Now, if you do, if you play the game like Facebook wants you to, the chances of you getting a higher yield on every single dollar that you invest are absolutely fantastic. So we're talking about getting more back, ROI, return on investment, getting more back for everything that you spend. There was a campaign that I used to have on Google that basically for every dollar that I would spend, I would make $1 back. And that was pretty cool with me at the time. I would spend maybe in a month's time, I would spend $1,500. And by the time I did my expenses and advertising costs and, pulled that away from sales, I was making $1,500. So 100% ROI. Absolutely fine. Well, with Facebook, you're looking at spending less and getting more actual sales because the traffic that you're getting, much more targeted traffic. Now, what you got to do is, I know you have probably tried AdWords, but forget everything that you know about traditional pay-per-click, especially Google's pay-per-click model. You might be tempted to think that, I've done AdWords, so I'll just apply everything that I know to Facebook, and boom, away I go. Well, what's going to more likely than that, it's just not the same game. the tricks that you used on AdWords, good chance it's not going to work on Facebook. And there are things that you're allowed to do on AdWords that you're not allowed to do on Facebook. Just point blank. Because again, it's focused around the user. It's a social network. So they have to make sure that everybody's playing fair. They have to make sure that their credibility isn't questioned, right? What I'm going to be showing you in this course is how to make powerful Facebook ads. Ads that are going to, get users' attention, that's going to pull them in, make them want to click the ad and come check out your site. Now, I will mention from time to time some of the free and organic traffic that Facebook allows us to cultivate, but we're focusing on doing some paid advertising here because that is where there is a lot of power on Facebook. Now, the Facebook rules, which we will be dealing with fairly extensively, are very, very serious. You mess up and you get banned. And they've done that a lot. They've done it many, many times, and it won't hurt their feelings one bit to do it again. Okay, so we're going to be spending a good amount of time on the do's and don'ts kind of stuff with Facebook. I want to keep you, ahead of the game so that you stay in Facebook's good favor. One of the things that we're going to be looking at is your landing page. It's important with Google AdWords, and it's even possibly more so important with Facebook. They're actually going to monitor your landing page, and if you break any of the rules, you're out of there. Sayonara, adios, hasta la vista. So very, very, very important that we know the rules and that we don't, like with some things, and I confess, there have been campaigns that I have launched where I know what the rules are, okay? And maybe I will set everything up to pass the test, and after I get the approval and everything's good, I might go back and do a little bit of changing. Well, you got to be really careful with that kind of stuff with Facebook because, like I said, they will monitor your landing page, and if all of a sudden something is not right, you're gone. So you got to be careful. I mean, you might get a warning, but you might just get pulled. Okay. Let's talk about some exposure here. Again, we've got approximately 500 million users, but guess what? In the United States, we've got about 300 million of those. Okay? A little bit more, perhaps. That means a little bit more than half of the users on Facebook are here from the United States. The other half being from, guess where? Everywhere else in the world. As a matter of fact, just about every country represented. Okay, so huge reach here. Facebook, well, one of the things that we want to consider, something that we always want to ask ourselves when we're dealing about what kind of exposure we're going to be able to get is monthly page views. Facebook, more monthly page views than Google. Okay? So we're talking about huge activity. Why? Because people don't just, log in and do a search and leave. As of July 2010, 500 million active users. Again, that is people that are pretty much logging in on a regular basis. 50% of the active users log in daily. Now, that's a phenomenal number. That means 250 million people that log into Facebook every day. And what do? They don't do like with Google. Just go there when they need something and do a search and try to find out some information about it. No. Facebook users go in and they stay there on Facebook. For how long? Well, around a total of 500 billion minutes a month. And Now, that's a lot of clicking, boys and girls. That's a lot of visiting pages. The way Facebook works is this huge network where you have friends, and you can see things that your friends talk about. You can see pictures that they share. So what people do is when they go to Facebook, they might update their stats, but then they check out what their friends are talking about, and they might click on their friends and might look at something else. Okay, and they might spend, if you do the math here, you're talking about every user on the average